Hello everyone, and welcome to my second video for Darkest Dungeon. These sets of dungeons didn't go all that great. We ended up with one death, and I will explain later on what happened. And as always, there'll be a few tips or hints along the way in the video, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Again, as always, if you don't want to hear the tips and hints, I guess mute the video or, just move along, because I don't want anybody to be upset because they're told, something that might make things easier and they didn't want to know. So, as weird as that sounds, so there's my disclaimer, guys. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Oh, yes, and I will be keeping a death count for you guys, so because I am not flawless, and, well, hell, in Darkest Dungeon, anything can happen.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
So someone had let me know that in my last video my talking was really low, so hopefully you guys can hear me better. Please let me know. But I wanted to talk about this part a little bit, and the whole madness thing. So underneath your characters there's a red bar, which is health, and there's a white bar that ticks up and down. And that white bar is how sane your character is. You want to try and keep them sane. If the bar fills up one full time, that can make them a little crazy. They start doing weird things. I've seen characters stab each other, stab themselves. I've seen, let's see, what else? They'll start down talking each other, which will cause your other characters to gain more craziness. And then, to top it all off, if your bar fills up twice, then there's a chance of the character having a heart attack, which is no good, because we try really, really hard not to have our characters die, like super hard. But I wanted to explain that again, because that was part of the first video, I believe, where I kind of explained how the whole crazy side of Darkest Dungeon works with the characters.
Driven into the mud. Mechanical hazards, possessed by evil intent. Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Okay, so basically the quest is over, and yet this is the part of my mind that gets me in trouble, so I'm just going to advise here a little bit for you guys. If you're out of torches and your food's low and, your quest is done, unless you're really, really willing to take a risk, do not keep going. Like, repeat, do not keep going. This part of my mind is the part that ends up getting my characters dead a lot of times. So I'm just saying, like, if you've done everything you need to do, or the requirements, if it takes a little longer to level, it takes a little bit longer to level. It's better to be alive than not be alive.
Death is patient. It will wait.
A dizzying blow to body and brain. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless. If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption. The great ruin. Executed with impunity.
So there are these like little letters that you guys will find along the way in Darkest Dungeon, and I would keep them. They do take up bag space, so kind of keep that in mind. I believe there is a quest for collecting all the letters. So yeah, there is that. If you can remember though which letters you have specifically, then you can drop them out of your bag, and that would clear up space. I mean, if you were to take the time down and write down each number and letter. The other thing is, I'm gonna let you guys read some of the letters along with me, just because some of these letters are kind of they add more to the game too. But I probably won't show every single letter I get, but I'll show a few here and there.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
So this last dungeon that I'm showing you guys, I'm going to show the whole dungeon because I want you guys to see exactly what you do not want to get yourself into. I ran this dungeon with 3 characters. This is where we had our first death. Okay, it's not ideal to run on 3 characters. Try to make sure you have 4 characters. I had misjudgment and I put too many people into resting, and I couldn't get any more people off the stagecoach, so then I was stuck with this. So sometimes in Darkest Dungeon you just gotta roll with what you have. Other times you try not to get yourself stuck in the situations like what I got myself stuck
As
in.
the fiend falls,
Also here, I want
faint
to
hope
finish wrapping
blossoms.
up and talking about a couple of other things that are kind of like tips. If you have an Antiquian character, I'm probably saying it wrong, but that's as close as I can get. Take her with you when you
Curious
can.
is the trap
When
maker's
you know you
art,
can survive,
his efficacy
she will help you
unwitnessed by his
get
own eyes.
more money. Money is good in this game, especially starting out. Very, very much needed. So make sure you do that.
Finding the stuff is
another
only the
thing
first
that I want
test.
to talk about is my
How
general
it must be
formation. You
carried
guys are
home.
going to watch me stick to this a lot, which is I'll usually take one healer, one tank, and two DPS. Or I will take one healer, one DPS, and two tank types. Okay. Sometimes I'm taking the characters for the buffs, and sometimes I'm taking them because that's the formation that I have available to me at that time. Try and take a healer when you can. They help out a ton. Well, when they're not healing 0, they help out a ton. So, anyways, yeah. We lost a character, but this time it was due to my fault. It had nothing to do with like
Devastating
Darkest Dungeon.
blow.
It was just my misjudgment.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice. A hand's breadth from becoming unwound. As victories mount, so too will resistance. Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
A handsome reward for a task well performed. Executed with impunity. Well struck. Back to the pit. Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue. Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves. And now the true test. Hold fast, or expire. More blood soaks the soil, feeding the evil therein. A wise general cuts losses and regroups. Wounds to be tended. Lessons